Hi there. What I'm going to do now is show you how you can log into the video recording system that shows us the bees and the cameras around our garden. So first of all, you would go to our website, which is bijou.com, and that will take you to the main page that is the home page for our website. And if you scroll down this page, you'll find that down here on the left hand side is a link that says live bee cameras, so click on that. Once you've clicked on that, you'll have some instructions for how to access the different videos. Now, the system in question here that I'm showing you is the live video, which is available 24/7, and that's basically a CCTV system that we've got set up, and you can dial into that with your password and view that whenever you want, any of the 4 cameras that are on there. So you would click this link here, which will open the login, and then you will log in with your username and password that you've been supplied privately. Now, I'm not going to show it here because then everyone has access to it, so I'm just going to stop the video whilst I type that in, but I will you will need to, I'll show you that you will need to type in the verification code. So you copy the code that's on the screen there, and just to say, that's always either numbers or capital letters. It's not, even if it looks like small letters, it's not. You'll type in that, you'll fill in the username, password, and then click login, and that will take you to the next screen, and I'll show you that in a second. So once you've clicked login, this is the screen that you should get, and to be honest, once you've got this screen, you can see everything, and there's probably nothing you really have to do, but you can play with some of the settings if you want to, and I'll explain what those are. You probably need to use the format MJPEG here and check it's set on that, because otherwise you need other types of plugins for your browser that you may not have, and you'd have to get those and download them from the internet and so on. This you should find should work pretty much out of the box. It may ask you to run what's called a Java applet. If it asks you to do that, you just say yes. There shouldn't be any security concerns with doing that. You can choose the quality for the camera picture, anything from basic to best. Whether it will make much difference, I'm not sure. The video box is set to be recording at the highest quality possible. You've got controls here which control each of the different cameras. So if you want to see the cameras individually, you can click 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. If you want to see them all 4 together, then you simply just have to click this grid symbol here. You see another bee coming in there. And if you want them to rotate automatically in sequence, then you can click this box, and that will rotate around the cameras about 5 seconds per camera, and that will keep doing that until you select one of the other buttons. I'm just going to go back to this view. Now, we've got quite a few bees coming in at the moment, and we've got bees inside the nest, which is great. And you'll see that if there's movement in any of these boxes here, you'll actually get the words motion trigger up there. So we've set the system to count the bees, or show us the bees and record the bees as they move around, and then that means we can track their behavior and see what they're doing at different times of day. In terms of explaining just what each of the cameras are and what you're looking at, I'll just do that quickly for you. So in the top left hand here is camera 1, and this is a camera that's inside the actual bee nest. Now, it's quite difficult to get inside there because the nest was already established, and the nest which is in this cardboard box you can see here is also then inside a plastic box inside that, so that explains why it was quite tricky to get in there, and we've had to cut through that very carefully without harming the bees or indeed harming ourselves. The camera is pointing straight down, and it's at the back right hand corner of that inner box. So you're probably seeing maybe 1/6 of the total box area here. It says the back right hand corner, and we actually think, according to the manufacturer, that under here is a supply of sugar water that the bees can drink from and get their energy from. So in actual fact, this box is providing them with the nourishment they require, almost irrespective of whether they go out to the fields and collect pollen. But they do have to go out and collect pollen in order to help the larvae develop, because they need that for protein. So what you might see in this corner of bees moving around, checking the perimeter of the nest, and also burrowing into this nesting material that's here. That's the white stuff on screen, and possibly diving down into that to get a drink from underneath. It's generally active all throughout the day. We're seeing a fair bit of activity now. Between maybe 2 and 3 a.m. in the morning, there is less activity, maybe none for most of that time, but really outside of that time, according to what we've seen on the video so far, the bees are active. They're certainly very active now on camera 2, which is the entrance, and they're coming in from the fields, having collected pollen, which you should be able to see on their legs, their little pollen baskets. The temperature that you can see on the screen, that's very unfortunate to do that. The temperature that you can see on the screen is actually temperature from inside the box. That's not the outdoor temperature, and I know it for a fact at the moment it's about 15 or 14. It's actually lower. So this is inside the box where it's insulated, and also the bees try to keep themselves warm as well, and in fact in the depths of the nest they will be keeping that at 30 degrees, which is ideal for hatching. You're seeing a lot of bees coming in now. The weather has turned. It's been a bit cloudy. I think there's been a bit of rain, there's possibility of more rain, and I think the bees that have been out we're now seeing coming in really at quite a rate. If you see them come in and you look carefully at the back legs, you might see them bulging with either grey, yellow, or possibly, if you're lucky, some bright orange colour, which is the pollen which they stuff into these little baskets or sacks that are built into their back legs, and they then squeeze that out once they're inside the hive. Camera 3 is actually positioned on top of the shelter around the hive, and that's just looking at lavender plants that are in front of the hive. Now interestingly, our bees at the moment are not going to that lavender, even though it's a very bee friendly plant. They're going, where's one off? Going off to the fields. But we have seen some common carder bees on this lavender, some small workers who have come from another nest. So they've travelled away from their locality, and they've been finding these and buzzing around here and collecting that. And so this camera will show you any bees that are on the lavender. And finally, we've got a wide angle view camera on camera 4. It's also a night vision camera, so during the night that goes to infrared, and if there's anything mooching around the garden, you'll be able to see it. The bee hive in this picture is up near where the cursor is, up here. So you won't see the bees coming in and out of here from this distance, but what you will see is other wildlife in the garden, and we've been putting some bird food down in front of this camera, and you'll see collared doves in particular mooching around in front of that camera and eating that bird food. The excitement for us happens when we get something happening on all 4 cameras at once, and we've had that a couple of times now. We waited a while for that, but that's now happens when everything's busy, and sometimes you'll get bees coming in and out, pulling and tugging at the nest and fixing this nesting material here, a little bee hanging around here, and then some birds eating some food here. So you can really get a sense that there's lots of wildlife underway. Anyway, I hope that all makes sense. If you do have any problems, feel free to get in touch with me through any of the methods that suit you. Catch me on Twitter, the contact form on the website, catch me on Facebook, doesn't matter. We'd love to answer your questions and help you to find this interesting and really get some educational value out of it. And if you enjoy counting the bees in and out, or if you spot anything unusual that you want to report to us, then we'd love to hear about that as well. Okay, thanks very much, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.